Hello everybody, I just introduced May's monthly photography theme, Maybe This Will Work, yesterday. And I actually got started a little bit early on this theme with a kind of transitional day out in the forest with Raymond. And I say transitional because it was kind of a transition between Adventure April and Maybe This Will Work. Right, Raymond?
These aren't connected to anything, but I have them in noise canceling mode.
So anyway, here's the deal. Adventure April was all about adventure. Maybe This Will Work is all about experimentation, trying new things, maybe trying old things again, and kind of combined the two into a day out with mountain bikes, cameras, a drone, and today I'm just going to share the process with you guys. We have a ton of footage in front of us right now, and we are going to watch it as you guys do. We have a little bit of audio in the footage itself. Some of the audio is real bad because, frankly, I forgot my microphone when we were out.
The lavalier.
The lavalier.
That you're wearing now.
So actually, let's go through exactly what we had and who was carrying what and what we were doing. So you had, on your mountain bike, you had the Garmin Verb Elite, first generation. In your Camelback, you had the Nikon D50 with the 24mm lens?
Yes.
D lens?
Yes.
And your phone, an iPhone
Yes.
6S. I had my mountain bike in my Camelback. I had the Mavic Pro drone and the Osmo Mobile, the DJI Osmo Mobile. It's a electronic gimbal that holds my phone.
Best thing in the bag.
An iPhone 6S. It is. It's a really handy device to be using. So we were kind of just playing with all of this stuff, right? All right. So here's the deal. We were out experimenting, so we're just going to talk you through. Okay, so here's where I started.
That's your bike.
That's my bike.
That's my bike back there.
And I was playing with the Osmo Mobile. Okay, and we go right into the Verb footage that was on your mountain bike behind me.
I'm very wobbly.
Yeah, I should have known at the very beginning when we were just like gliding blissfully down the dirt road that it was going to be a tough road back.
Anytime it's really easy on a mountain bike, it means it's not going to be easy the whole time.
Yeah.
Neither one of us have been on mountain bikes in a long time. We went out riding the day before, though, and I fell and almost broke my arm.
Yeah.
I'm still hurting.
Oh, I think we're
Is
about
this where
to get
you
a little...
fall?
Yeah, here we go. Ready?
That is the most... It looks like fake, like you planned it, but those ruts on that double track are actually deep.
I just washed right out.
And the sides, it's in the shadow there,
Oh,
but
yeah,
it's almost like riding on sand. So the good thing is when you do fall, it's like you just walked a foot down into that rut. When you do fall, it doesn't really hurt. You're not bruised.
I have some bruises and scratches, but like it really didn't hurt that bad. It was fine. I laughed.
You laughed when I fell the day before.
I was not laughing at you. I was laughing at me because of how like ridiculous the whole thing was.
I'm still bleeding. Oh, look at that. Whee!
Oh yeah. So now we're in drone time, and we did want to try to do like a flyby type of a thing, which we'll get to here in a second. Right now, I'm pretty much I hadn't had my drone out in a while, so I wanted to play with it. Oh, that's you in the. That's me.
That's not me.
But it's your it's your bike that I'm kissing. It's the Verb.
Oh, okay. That's from the Verb.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, you're telling me that you want to do the flyby, and I'm getting all set up. So I'm telling you to go over to where kind of the highest point is, where we want the drone to fly over your head. So I'm telling you to go over there so I can just kind of measure to make sure that we don't slice your head off with the drone.
I was wearing a helmet.
Where's the drone?
Oh, there it is. I didn't think it would show up. It certainly does.
Yeah. Not in all the scenes.
Yeah, this didn't work out quite the way that I wanted to. I sneaked a peek at some of the footage. The objective, the goal was I would head towards the Mavic, and the Mavic, I think we did the first one where the Mavic was stationary, or no?
We did.
But
I think I just cut all those out
Okay.
because it was just boring. It's nothing new that we have done.
Okay, so there's a Mavic. I'm heading out so that I can head back towards it, and it's going to head towards me while I head towards it. And I was like, lower, right over my head.
Yeah. So here's where you're coming towards me and the drone. There it is.
There it is. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, there's me.
So I was backing up a little bit as you went to the end of that road so that I could get into position.
When you don't ride a mountain bike for a long time and you ride a road bike a lot, you forget that it's like riding in molasses.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's wrong with me? Did I break something? Am I injured?
Those roads were particularly like silty, so it's not like it was hard packed dirt.
No,
really,
it's not. It's not like the moist,
you're kind of swimming in it.
humid forest. And I wanted to go downhill, and maybe there's some footage in here. So I kept heading up this hill. But then every time I was heading down, it was like being in snow. So I slowed down. I wanted to do a really fast speed run, but I chickened out. I would have fallen. I would have washed out the same way that you did. And I didn't want to be like you. There. And I had already fallen the day before, and I'm still hurting from that, actually.
Okay, here you come.
All right.
You went way far down the road.
Well, that's good. Got more miles in.
So this was our first pass.
See, that was very high up. I wanted to be like right at my face.
It was a little too high up, so I'm turning around, and we're going to do it again.
Yeah, but if you don't do it, you don't learn that it's too high up. That's me trying not to fall while I'm speeding up in the loose cinders. There must be a lot of cinders because we're in a volcano.
Yeah, it was. Because later you told me to run around barefoot, and I was like, I can't run around barefoot in this. There it is. Whee!
Oh, yeah, there it was.
Okay, so here's a slightly better, lower version. Still, it ends up being, a little anticlimactic. But, that's all right.
I think next time... Sorry. I think next time we literally just need to fly the thing, not against me, but with me. But literally, like, lower than my head and, like, behind me a little bit. Almost like it's someone running along with a boom.
Yeah.
I think that would be much more dramatic. That just didn't turn out nearly as dramatic.
Probably. So here was the reason I wasn't comfortable getting closer to you. It was really windy.
It was.
Not all the time. Just all of a sudden, a gust would come through and it would be windy for 30 seconds. And you'll see later on that in some of this footage, like right now, lovely, beautifully smooth. I'm just messing around, you're just riding around and I'm just flying because I like to fly my drone. But you'll see later that it does get real bumpy. Now I'm going to try some of the intelligent flight modes. I've not tried any of these. I've only flown it in beginner mode and then just like normal flight. So I'm going to try active track first. I'm going to make Raymond get on the bike and then I'm going to lock onto him and theoretically the drone will follow him. So let's see how that goes. And then there's also follow me, which will follow the controller. And I might try that, but I'm in bike shoes, so I don't really want to run around.
Barefoot.
And I could go, no, can't go barefoot here. But I don't know if I want to be on my bike having it follow me. That makes me a little nervous. I suppose if there was ever a place, this would be a good place to do it though. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So I'm going to kind of speed through this part. We had you sit in front of the drone on your bike for a little while so that it could lock onto you. And I kept wondering while looking at my screen, like why isn't it giving me the option to lock on? I'm not really sure what's going on here. As it turns out, it's because I was in the wrong mode. I was in follow me mode.
It was connected to you.
It was connected to me and my controller.
So I start riding away, and it's not. I'm looking over my shoulder. The verb's not on me, so you can't see me looking over the shoulder.
Yeah.
And then I'm like coming back, and the thing's
and I figured it out by now, so I'm running around having it follow me.
So it's right over your head.
Yeah.
You're looking up. I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm going to ride my bike around.
Yeah. So, yeah, I had been messing around in the screens, and yeah, it's bright. I'm trying to use my, my iPhones in the sunlight are notoriously difficult to see. So it really, honestly, it was just a stupid mistake. It wasn't that I couldn't see well enough. It was just a dumb mistake.
They have these goggles coming out.
Really, it was okay. It wasn't that bad. It was just a dumb mistake. It would be me just giving an excuse for my for my mistake if I had said that I truly just couldn't see the screen. I did have to get creative, like with hunching over.
You need a big hood to wear.
Sun.
You need a big hood, like a view camera hood. Hood? What's that called? A hood? Hood? Bellows? No, that's the front. Hood.
Yeah.
So you should go under a cloak, but you need a little antenna sticking out.
No.
Yes. That's very nice.
San Francisco peaks there in the
very
background.
Well done. This is much more fun than riding the bike around.
Yeah, it's a beautiful area. Moving along. So here's you going downhill. You went up a hill a ways away.
I'm already on the brakes. It's not even a very steep hill, but it's so loose, it feels like going down a cliff.
Yeah, you have very little control.
And neither one of us had ridden our mountain bikes in about 4 years.
There's that.
You can see me looking around for traction there, just with the front. What are we doing this time?
This time, I think we're actually gonna try the active.
Oh, I love that dramatic takeoff. Show that again.
No.
Show that again. Because all the dirt flew up and the wind was blowing towards me.
Look, this is how windy it was. Even with the Mavic's gimbal, it was this windy that the drone couldn't even hold itself in place. It was just particularly windy at that point.
Yeah.
So it's tracking you. It's a little not confused, but it's adjusting to watch you because you went away and came back.
Yes.
And it wants to maintain a certain distance away from you.
And then it didn't go towards me at all.
This was really interesting. This waited for a long time, but hold on, because something funny is about to happen that I was like, uh-oh.
Is it laugh funny, or is it, oh my gosh, my drone's flying away funny?
It was only a little bit scary. Just wait. The drone's about to figure out that you're too far away.
Oh my gosh, I'm scared.
And it's going to catch up.
So you didn't do that. You're not pushing the stick forward right now.
I'm not doing it right
now.
now.
My gosh, I want to cry.
I know. It was going so fast. It was like...
And it's heading right for me.
It was like something right out of Doctor Who or something. Yes, it was heading right for you. But then look.
I'm looking over my shoulder.
It slowed down and it was like, oh, okay, there you are.
And then I'm getting nervous. I'm heading between these two trees and I stopped. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah. So it gets a little confused here in a second because
I go right under it.
So it tries to follow you, and it does a really good job actually. It starts to go
down
a good little shot to look for you, but then it's like, and it says on my screen, lost.
He's gone.
Lost my tracking guy.
So you turned it around manually.
Over. Yeah,
okay.
I took over and I just decided to fly some more. And then I wanted to play with the follow me mode. I was a little nervous to do it on my mountain bike because I wouldn't have my controller in my hand to take over.
Seems like you should have the controller in your hand.
Yeah, so that's what I did. I was just kind of messing around okay, what if I go this way and then I real quick turn around?
Dude, we need a tandem mountain bike.
Right?
So you ride on the back with the controller and I'll be in front and steer. You have to pedal though.
Did you see it did really well.
Is it still following you?
Yeah, it's still following me. I was like, come get me.
That's pretty cool.
And it gets a little close, and it's like, oh, there you are. Never
you look
mind.
like a beetle.
Yeah, that was the most obnoxious shirt I could find.
No, your helmet makes you look like a beetle.
Oh, yeah. I kept my helmet and my gloves on the whole time.
You have this little grasshopper head. I have the same helmet, so I can't.
So now we're all done. And I'm going to put everything away. Well, we're all done with this
the verb
section. Yeah, this is the verb on your bike, and I'm putting my stuff away. And we're kind of discussing what we're going to do next. And then we're back with Raymond's, the verb on the on the bike, but he's got it propped up against a tree because we're going to do the second part of what we were there to do, which was testing out the D50 for action. You were playing around with, how fast you could get it to go.
Oh my gosh, I thought it was... I know it's 2.5 frames per second, but I honestly thought that I had it in some kind of shutter delay mode or something. And I loved the D50. I loved bringing it out and having it as the only camera that we had out with us. But when it came time to action, I was like, okay, ride a little bit slower this time so I can get more shots of you as you come through.
So literally, as you were sitting there playing around, I got bored. Okay, part 2 of today's... Wait, hold on. He's ready for me to go down there. We've got the D50, and I am now on my bike. No more Raymond being the model, now I'm the model. But he's got the D50, and he's going to take some action shots with me. We're going to see how it goes. All right, I got to put my phone away because he's ready for me to go downhill. Here I come. He tells me not to go too fast.
I was like, slow down.
But, I think I went a little too fast this first time.
There you go.
Yeah, so
headed
back up.
What are you doing? Are you walking?
Yeah, it was kind of steep.
It is. It is.
And decided to take off my giant Camelback, which also had like my jacket and, other stuff in it. Raymond is now saying this is what it would be like if you shot with the D50.
Oh, yeah.
But I'll spare you the audio.
Actually, nothing
terrible.
like that.
Yeah.
Actually, it's somewhat similar to that.
Okay.
I think I came along and moved your backpack. I was like, okay, let's move this. There's me squatting with the camera.
So I went a little bit faster. Or no, I went slower this time. And you took a few more photos.
I was like, is RAW slowing it down? I went to like JPEG normal. No, it just 2.5 frames per second when you're used to like 8 or 10. It's just an eternity between shots.
So then you told me this time I could go a little bit faster.
Now, some people will say, okay, anticipate the action. But if you do want to get a sequence, because the action when a mountain bike's heading towards you is all of it, Is this, what am I doing here? Am I getting on the bike?
Yeah, and then you wanted me to take pictures of you on the bike because you wanted to send them to your friends.
Oh, yeah, I said so I can send them to my buddies.
Yeah. So, I haven't shot with the D50 in a while. So,
how did you feel about the action capabilities?
Well, obviously, it's a slower camera, but, I didn't have any problem with autofocus.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And that's a big deal to me because I kind of pretty well know when I want to take the shot. I took a few different, took shots of you from a couple different vantage points. We are done with the footage. We did, in the next section of the day, we did take portraits of me. I took a few of you on your bike, and then you took a few of me just sitting in the grass. You guys will see photos tomorrow in my D50 retro review. So you guys heard a little bit of a sneak peek of what, we think about shooting at least action with the D50. But tomorrow, I'm hoping I will have it ready by tomorrow. Tomorrow you guys will hear more about what I think about shooting the D50 today. And that's it, everybody. Thanks for listening in on what was kind of a normal outing for us, but something that I feel like I don't share with you guys all that much, which is really everything that goes into creating something like one of my reviews or all of the, all the time that we spend with all the gadgets that come in here to the studio. So that's it. I'll talk to you guys later.